Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to a new segment on our channel. It's not really new, it's kind of revamped. Welcome to Roundtable Chats. So, we saw that you guys kind of loved our little story time. It did really well. We had people telling us that we should do more stuff like that. So, here we are doing a little bit more stuff like that. But we don't want to overwhelm with stories. Sometimes we want to just, talk. So, that's what this series is, and today we've kind of got a little special treat for you.
This subject that we're doing today is possibly one of my favorite mental exercises to play. As you can kind of tell by the title, we're talking about the zombie apocalypse. And what better way to talk about it than what are your 5 fictional characters that you choose to survive with? Also, we talk a little bit about our zombie apocalypse survival plans, which I've been working and tinkering and crafting mine since I was a young boy. And now I know, deep down, I'm ready to survive the apocalypse.
With that, please join us at the roundtable.
So, I think we should really just start off by listing our 5 fictional characters that we would both want on our team, in a sense. And we don't know each other's, just before as a disclaimer. So there's a possibility we might get the same. I doubt it. There is the possibility. And I'm going to start with might be number 1 all time pick, cuz few people are a jack of all trades like Steve from Minecraft.
Dude, that's a good one.
Think about it. He can build. So he's an architect, He's a farmer. He's a hunter. He travels to different dimensions. He's been to the Nether, which is essentially hell. He's seen it all. And this guy doesn't say a word, so I don't have to worry about entertaining him. Few people I think can craft like this man can. He can go from punching trees to a diamond pickaxe like that. And let me tell you, I want the diamond pickaxes.
I am insulted at myself. I am not insulted. I'm disappointed in myself for not choosing such an excellent pick. Probably the only person you would ever need on any zombie team ever.
Yeah, the only people I have are just fluff now, because Steve and I could run the world.
Yeah, mine are not near that good. I went with a little bit of a different strategy, everyone. I went with about as absurd as you can go it. And once we get to the plans, some of my characters are gonna start to make a little bit more sense. But the one I want to start off with is Hawkman. Hawkman off hit cartoon series Justice League. Right? He's got big old wings. He's got a mace. That's about it. But I'm not gonna spoil what Hawkman's purpose is. Alright?
I must say, the wings are a nice addition.
Dude.
I didn't think about flying.
Oh, Jacob.
That's interesting.
Oh, Jacob. My plan is going to blow your mind. Alright? Hawkman is not gonna be used the way you think he will be. But he's there.
So, my next pick. I've got the resource guy. He builds, he farms, etc. Now I need a soldier. And who better at killing zombies than Michonne from The Walking Dead? She's got swords. At the beginning of the show, she had 2 zombies she kept for protection. She's lived in the zombie apocalypse as far as we've known her as a character. So, who better to lead us through this journey than a seasoned veteran? There's not a lot to say other than that pick is great for just murdering zombies.
I think I maybe outdid you on my military man, Because that's important. You've got to have an important person to beat down the heads of the zombies that you're attempting to survive from. And I've went with a character named Solid Snake. Solid Snake, you might know him from video games. He says Colonel a lot. That's what he would call me. I would be his Colonel. It'd be cool. He can kind of, I don't know, I've played him in Smash. He can kind of just pull things out and just shoot. I feel like, yeah, he'd be pretty good. He'd be pretty good in any situation.
Yeah, that's a very good pick. I have another war type person, but this one is a little bit of a sneak of a pick. You won't see it coming, but man, is it a great pick. But before we get to that, I have my third. And I think it would be against my morals to make this list and not put a Star Wars character on there. And I thought, really, I just want one to kill people. But then, after looking at my list, I've decided I have no one who is medical at all. So, with a little sleeper pick here, I went with Rey. Rey
Oh.
Palpatine, for one reason
Oh.
only, and that is force healing. So I was trying to think, man, what shows have I seen where there's a doctor who's worth anything? Couldn't really think of any. So I decided to go with Rey. She can heal people with the Force, and she's still, pretty good with a lightsaber.
I mean,
So I'll
she's
I'll take her.
decent.
I'll take her. She's still got time to grow too.
Yeah, for sure. That's a solid pick. I didn't do any medical, which is probably not smart. But I did do a doctor. I did Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Because, listen, everyone. Listen, think about a man better equipped to handle any situation. Steve, maybe. But what if Steve was coming up against Dr. D? I don't know. It's a toss up. It's a toss up. Smartest guy ever, probably, can make anything. He can make the zombie go away-inator. He can make he can make the foodinator. He can make the medicine-inator. I mean, he has so much power. I just think it's an all-time pick that had to be included.
That's great. That's great. My next pick, I'm going to choose Link from The Legend of Zelda, but specifically Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The young man is hundreds of years old. I say young because he's been frozen in time. So he's still very, energetic, happy. He's a great problem solver, as you can tell by all the puzzles he does in the game. He has
Oh.
unlimited bombs. So if we ever need to blow something up, he's our guy. He's a bit of a pyrotechnic. He's also, just like Steve, very crafty. And, as cool as killing things are, we also need to survive. And Link, he can cook, he builds things, he has a cool glider. What else do you need? He's fought off demons. I find it hard to find another person, I mean, other than Steve, obviously, who is as well equipped as Link.
True. True. I gotta say, I've got someone who's probably just as well equipped as Link. Probably more well equipped than anyone ever in the world. And a total toss-up character, one no one's thinking right now. I'm bringing in my boy, Inspector Gadget. Go, Gadget, whatever you want, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? He's a inspector. He's got gadgets. I used to love this guy, but he'd be great for so many reasons. Repairs, fighting, detective work. I mean, what, you want a glider? Go Gadget glider. I mean, you want a diamond pickaxe? Go Gadget diamond pickaxe. Anything at all.
That is quite hard to beat. And I think resources are important, but also a leader is. Maybe, obviously, I have the leadership skills to lead this small group, this small band through the zombie apocalypse, but what if I don't make it? I still want them to succeed. And that's why, for my final pick of this zombie apocalypse draft, I select Caesar, who is the leader slash king from Planet of the Apes. Listen, he's a monkey. He's so strong, but he also is super intelligent, and he can lead an army. against the undead. So he's gonna be able to recruit other monkeys that are still living. Hopefully there aren't zombie monkeys because I don't want him killing any of his own. That would be sad. But he's taken over the human race before. Surely he can do it an undead human race, you know?
That'll be easy.
Yeah, I think he's a good pick. And he can shoot a gun and that's pretty cool.
I mean, monkey with a gun. Ooh. That's you can't really beat that. Um, I think for my last pick, for the man to round out a team, right? I was trying to think, what do you need in a zombie apocalypse, right? You need resources. You need guys who are good at murdering people. You need maybe a leader. Maybe Inspector Gadget, maybe whatever. But I think what we're all kind of missing is your key part of survival, and that's food. And I thought to myself, who could be not just food, but a little bit more? Maybe a little bit of sex appeal. Maybe a little bit of chef skills. Maybe a little bit of energy that brings that team together. Almost a bit of a leader himself. And that's why I went with Dexter Durant. Dexter Durant from hit Hallmark movie Recipe for Love.
What a sleeper.
I'm telling you, dude. This is the best man on my team. He's got it all. Well, I mean, maybe not at all, but he's got pretty close. He likes to get down and dirty. Go drudging through some mud. Not gonna bother Mr. Dexter Durant, dude. He gardens barefoot. You can tell by his cookbook. Um, you want some high class meals? You got Dexter. You want a man of living on off the land? You got Dexter. He's gonna keep the team fed. He's gonna keep the team motivated, and gonna be an invaluable asset.
I I think that the happiness at your camp from this man being there went up 100% because not only are they eating great culinary food, they also have this hunk to see for them to watch while he is gardening.
I just picture all my boys on spoiler alert our airship, and they're just all on top deck looking down at Dexter while he's tending the plants, shirtless, and they're all just kind of like frothing at the mouth. Morale is an all-time high.
It's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat that. Maybe morale won't be high on mine, but we are surviving.
Yeah, I think both these teams have a pretty good chance of survival.
Yeah.
But going on that, Jacob, how will your boys make it out there? What steps are they gonna take to ensure their survival?
So I think this is a pretty easy question, and one that I've crafted, as I've said, over time. So as we all meet, we're gonna go to one place. It's pretty. There's water there. That's Lake Superior.
Oh.
This is there's a reason for this. One, fresh water. You might think, you want to be somewhere, there's if there's an ocean, there's one less area to guard from zombies, depending on what zombies they are. In World War Z, the book, not the movie sucks, the book's good. Zombies could come up from the water. And, oceans, other than protection, offer nothing then. Other than fish, I guess, but then the water's polluted. Who wants to eat that? No one. So
True.
that's why I'm taking Lake Superior, and we're taking cargo boat things. You see them all the time if you've ever been to a river, a large river. They're those big boats, and they're hauling things. We're going to take a couple of those. We, as a group, are going to convert it to a farm. This farm will be just enough food for us. And it's got, obviously dirt on it so we can farm carrots, potatoes, wheat. Steve's mostly got that. But then for our meat and protein, we're going to have rabbits. Here's why. At first I thought, I don't want rabbits. That's yucky. We don't really care. We're just eating We're not eating for enjoyment on my barge, for food, for nourishment. And rabbits reproduce so quickly that, pretty much as soon as we're killing them, they'll be back again. So rabbits, hard to beat, hard to beat. And we can put them in tiny cages. It'll be inhumane, but it's apocalypse. No one cares. Also, the reason I'm on a barge, not only is it a lot of room, but we can attach little boats. So if we need to make errands for whatever, whether it be bullets, more weapons, I don't know what else, trees maybe, but I don't know what we need trees for. Um, we can send a little recon team to go get it, and we'd pretty much be eventually self-sufficient, where we would never have to leave. And if the zombies are like in World War Z, they can't swim, they just walk. So it's not like they'd be able to get to our boat. Mission accomplished. Jacob survives the apocalypse.
That plan is good, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. And I knew you had a good plan. I knew that I couldn't beat it. So I had to do the next best thing. And out-stupid you. Because I think that my plan is just dumb enough to work. And my team is expertly crafted. So I wrote down a little thing here on my trusty notepad. And it says, the plan, : balloon goes up, 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 never down. Goodbye, zombies. Hello, blue skies. That. So listen, right? Jacob, you want to go on a boat, and I thought, yeah, boat's good idea. Let's attach balloons to it. Let's do what we did in that really awesome Three Musketeers movie that was way better than the books, and go with airships, an armada of airships, right? All my guys are perfectly made for this mission. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, how are you going to build such a armada so quickly? Well, that's why we got our boys, Inspector Gadget and Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Dr. Doofenshmirtz constructs the builds. He constructs our ships, and he builds them pretty good. But I mean, like everything, you need maintenance. You need another guy to look out for it. That's Inspector Gadget. A ship's going down, Inspector Gadget's got you. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, well, how are those ships gonna stay afloat in the sky for that long and never go down? Wind power, baby. We're gonna make windmills. Attach the windmills to the back of the boat. Hawkman, his only job is to flap those wings and create constant wind energy until he dies. He will be trapped in an endless loop of blowing that fan, keeping us afloat in the air. We've got my next man. We got Solid Snake manning the armada of weapons. We see, perhaps another group of survivors on the ground being chased by zombies. Solid Snake will be shooting them down by our multitude of weapons. And then, of course, Dexter is farming constantly. You might be thinking, oh, well, you don't have a good source of water, and I challenge you, do you think it stops raining when the zombie apocalypse starts? No. Buckets off the side of the ships, baby. We're in a drought, I guess we die. But that's life. And I think that plan is just stupid enough to work.
I need to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If you figure out how that actually would work, like the logistics of it, other than just having them build it, that plan's better than mine because you're untouchable.
Zombies can't fly, boys.
Unless people just want to kill you so bad they're flying planes into you, but I doubt that. So, yeah, I think without looking at that objectively, I think that's the better plan.
Well, I think, obviously it's going to be easier to get boats out on Lake Superior than it is to construct airships. And I think if you're, do you take off, the superhuman part of our team, right? We're talking real situations. Airships, a little bit less practical, I mean, you can always...
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah. But are they really, imagine, right? If you can make a balloon that big to support the airship, you're kind of golden. And I mean, we had that technology, right? Wasn't there? But then actually, all those balloons went down. All those zeppelins went down.
Yeah.
This might be a little bit of a bad idea.
Well, the good news is you have your Hawkman controlling it. So this all relies on him. He is the most important part of all of this.
If we don't have Hawkman, we're screwed. Or if Hawkman decides that maybe he doesn't want to spend the rest of his days in slavery. You know? Which, I mean, fair. I don't know. Like, imagine being recruited to a team and you're like, oh man, they want me because of my awesome superpowers and my cool mace that I can beat zombies with. And they just stick you in this one area where your only job is to flap your wings constantly. That's got to be demoralizing. Yep.
Well, you could just imprison him. This is okay if that's the flaw that people find in your plan.
Dude,
yeah.
I was gonna make an awesome PowerPoint before I found out that I was doing the we had this idea yesterday, right? And I totally misunderstood it completely. And so Jacob texted me today, and he's like, hey, you ready for the podcast? I got a banging list. And I was like, a list? Of what? And so I kind of quickly put this plan, the cast of characters together. But I was gonna make this PowerPoint with our awesome, with my awesome balloon plan. And it was gonna be really good, so you guys can just imagine that.
Yeah, I am jealous we don't get to see the PowerPoint, but I am not jealous of your characters you pick because mine are obviously superior.
Your characters are way better, mostly Steve.
Yeah, I want you to know before we recorded this, I said actually let me change one character real quick, and I originally had who did I originally have? Well, I had Hawkeye from the Avengers.
Oh, that would be not bad.
Because, I feel like bows you can reuse. That's like arrows you can reuse. That was the reason I thought. And obviously Steve could craft them. But he was switched out for Steve. Because when I walked in here and pulled up my computer, I was like, Minecraft, Steve would be an excellent character. So, yeah, he was a good trade, I think.
Yeah. I think my only sleeper character that kind of just pulled out of the park here is Dexter Durant.
I agree.
I think that was my character that kind of made my team worth it in the end.
He is truly a Walmart version of Steve.
He is, though.
Except for in looks. I think he is not a great value brand looks person. But everything else.
Well, Steve doesn't really have that kind of beautiful body.
He is a square. How does he not?
He's kind of boxy. Not gonna lie.
Oh.
I don't know if I would find Steve attractive.
Some people like that.
Dude, Alex on the other hand. Ooh.
Okay, before this gets out of hand, I think we should wrap this up.
Okay.
I really hope you guys enjoyed us being idiots, because we sure love doing it.
If you have any more ideas for things we can talk about, discussions we can have, perhaps, on these chats, please leave them down below. It'd be
while you're leaving stuff down below, go ahead and check out our social media, our Twitter and Instagram. Also, check out our Discord. It's totally rad. If you want to come say, hey, idiots, your zombie apocalypse plans are flawed, come let us have it, and we'll tell you you're wrong, but it'll be polite, so you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I don't know about polite, or I don't know if you'll enjoy it. My plan's really good, and you're not gonna tell me otherwise, and I'll be really angry, and I have a lot of if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
I don't, but
come find out.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.